Hey y'all, so welcome back to my video diary, from trust to trauma with dating my therapist, part 6. I appreciate everyone being so patient. This has been a lot for me to reflect on so I can be able to talk about it. So I'm going to do the best that I can. So I left off with me making the decision to move out of my apartment to Montgomery instead of moving back to my mom's. So this move started out rocky. Just to take you guys back with me, we were packing at least the day before. We had been packing for some time, but I'm not the best packer, okay? So I got overwhelmed with packing, so Kay stepped in to help me out. She had helped Zaya, my daughter, and then it was me because I had a lot of stuff. I had to make the decision on what I was going to keep, what I was going to throw away. So while I am packing my stuff and deciding on what I'm going to throw away, I noticed that she felt the way about it. Like, she was very controlling. She was just like, she was just saying things like, I have it in my hand. You don't need that. Throw it away. You're not going to use that. Throw it away. That's just taking up space. Dream, you need to learn how to let things go. So I'm like, excuse me, but I'm the one who's here having to pack up everything and move to a whole nother city. Like, hold on now. You've been a little too rough with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to process everything. This is a lot. Like, I'm having a hard time right now. You know what I'm saying? So I might actually throw things away once I get to where I'm going. I don't know. So we end up having some words or whatever because she felt like I was basically just not listening to what she was saying. So I'm just like, well, you can just go ahead on about your way. Let me do this. So something about Kay that I noticed quickly was that she was really good at feeling as though she had like all the answers. And I don't know if it was because of the dynamic of the connection or what it was, but it was almost like I couldn't make decisions for myself. I didn't have a voice, and I didn't like that. So one word led to another, and before I knew it, I was just like, bro, you being a bitch right now. Because she was. Baby, she shut completely down. And that's something I want y'all to understand about her character, because as the story progresses and we get to the meaty part of everything, you're going to understand. So the movers were already set to come at a certain time. I was able to finish with packing up and everything. So it came time for us to go and get the truck before the movers came. It didn't go like that. And she even made a statement like, you know what? We'll just put your stuff in storage and you can go and live with your mom. And I'm like, but why? Like, I'm so confused because now I've already paid for movers. I packed up all my stuff. I'm breaking my lease. Why the fuck would I break my lease 2 and 3 months early just to go and rush and live with my mom? Like, no, like, here I am apologizing. Like, can you please help? I'm so sorry. So we end up going to get the truck or whatever. Now, she drove her car. I rode with her to pick up the truck. Now, she was supposed to let me drive her car, and she was going to hop in the truck, and we was going to take it back to the house. To my surprise, she wasn't driving that truck. She said, I'll meet you at the house. So, yeah, the movers got there. We ended up loading the truck and everything. So I pulled the guy to the side, and I was just like, I can't tell you all the details, but I really, really need you to do something for me, and I will pay you. And I told him, and he was just like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, my partner, he'll drive my truck, my personal truck, and I'll drive the U-Haul or whatever, and y'all just follow me over there. And I was just like, oh my God, this man. So we ended up making it to Montgomery or whatever, loaded up all our stuff. And in the process, I didn't see Kay anywhere. I'm like, where the fuck she at? Kind of find out she in the backyard just sitting down. I said, so you're not going to help direct anything? Like, this is your house. You know where you want your stuff. So the movers are done. The furniture has been placed. My daughter, she looked at me like in a confused look. And I was like, look, we going to be good. Okay? I don't want you to worry. I don't want you to stress. Let's go and let's get out and get something to eat. And so that's when Kay came out of nowhere, like, hey. So she's like apologizing. And So weeks passed. We end up, going out in the city. She ended up giving us a tour, just making us feel at home. Things were getting a bit better, I would say. We started out rocky, but things started to get really, really good. So fast forward, one morning she had texted my phone and was like, hey, want to have a quick meeting real quick or whatever. And I'm like, meeting? Okay. So I came downstairs or whatever to her office. So, she was just like, hey, I really been enjoying y'all here. It's been real cool. I'm not looking for any rent or any payments or anything financially from you, at least for the next 3 months. So within a few weeks of that conversation, I ended up landing a gig with her loctician. Her loctician was looking for a branding manager for her business. In addition to me being a wig stylist, I was my very own branding marketing manager. I was fire at it. I had a meeting with her. It went really, really well over lunch. And then we had a contract set up, and I became her branding manager. So after I had left brunch with the stylist or whatever, I had told Kay about the situation, and she was super proud. Like, she was just like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Okay, Dream, I see you out here making moves, doing your thing. Like, I love to see it. It made me feel really, really good. Kay was really big about celebrating, right? So it doesn't matter how big or small, she always wanted to celebrate. So I want to note something about Kay, okay? Kay was an impulsive spender, so she wouldn't care what the cost would be, okay? She would swipe her card, and if that thing go through, we all good. Now that you know that, put it in your back pocket. I started to hang out with the stylist quite a bit. I would go to her salon. We would do content. So we had a really great relationship, right? So one day we were just, riding in the car or whatever, and she was just telling me some stuff, So we were talking business stuff, and so she asked me about mind riding with her to Hobby Lobby. And I was like, yeah, girl. On the way to Hobby Lobby, before she dropped me back off to my car, she was just like, so how's everything been going? What do you think about Montgomery? So we're going to call the loctician Tisha, okay? So Tisha was like, I wasn't expecting to meet you so soon. I know Kay had been talking about you when she come in for her appointments. But I didn't know you were coming to Montgomery to move here. So I was like, yeah, I was like, things just kind of happened pretty fast. And she was like, yeah, it did. She was like, kind of too fast, girl. Like, dang, y'all doing it like that, type thing. She was like, I think you're a very beautiful girl. I think you're very ambitious. I love your drive. I just want to make sure that, you're making the best decision for yourself, So anytime you don't feel comfortable or, like, girl, you got to do what's best for you. So when she was saying it, I was just like, what's she trying to say? So at this point, sis is speaking in codes. Girl, what you know? What's tea? I instantly felt judged. I was just like, damn, she probably was just like, girl, you done made the biggest mistake of your damn life and you don't even know it, but it's okay. I'm your friend now. So after that connection, Kay had hit me up while I was in the store. So she was just like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm in Hobby Lobby with Tisha. And she was just like, still? Like, y'all not done? And I was just like, well, we're almost done. And then she was just like, okay, it's just been a while. Like, I'm just trying to see, and that's when Tisha was like, don't worry, I'm bringing her home. It's okay. I almost felt like she was protecting me because she probably didn't know what the hell was going to happen when I got back to the house. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back to the house, everything was actually cool. Briefly talked about Tisha and our, exchange or whatever for the day and what that was like. And, she expressed that she was really proud of me. So, nothing crazy happened. So after all of that, we started to have a discussion about what we were going to wear to, at the time, my best friend's wedding. Now, this best friend name is, we're going to call her Jay. It's a different friend from the one that I initially talked about that was also in therapy too, right? So just stay with me. So Jay was having her wedding in Birmingham, which meant that we would have to drive like an hour and a half to Birmingham. So this is supposed to be the first time that my best friend met my therapist, now girlfriend, if she gets a chance to. I'll catch y'all up in part 7.